Morning, y'all. I gotta put my thermos over here. Well, it's a water bottle I've converted into a thermos. Good morning. Hi, I'm Becky from the YouTube channel Power Tools with Thread. And you're, I have a frog. I have a squeak. You are in the Stitchuation room. Good morning. This is a virtual quilt retreat, and I'm still kind of not awake yet. So here's my second cup of coffee. I'm working on it. Great to see everybody here this morning in the chat. If you are wondering how you can join us, you need to be sure to be logged into your YouTube account. You don't have to start a channel. You just need to have a YouTube account and be signed into it. And if you're watching on a TV, I saw yesterday, Hey Jude said that you can hit the up arrow for a thumbs up on your TV. That's very cool. And I don't know. Well, you guys let me know about that. And you also might want to keep a mobile device, a tablet or a phone right next to you if you're watching on the TV. And you can join in the chat that way as well. So I see lots of Texas girls in the house this morning. So yesterday I was looking on my YouTube analytics and it says, what cities are most people watching from? And let's see, Dallas. So it breaks it into like regions. So Dallas was number one. Houston was number two. No, San Antonio was number two. That's all my local girls. Houston was number five or so, or four. And then it put up, it also had Illinois in there. That is all of you Midwesterners. And then it had Oregon, and then it had some on the East Coast. But intermixed in that, Australia. How fun is that? So it's very cool. South Carolina's here. Yes, yeah, represent, girl. I haven't. If Betty Boop popped by, she's also there. Hey, Valerie, you're back. I hope you had a good time. Valerie Steele, she is my sidekick on my Sunday live. So be here or be square, right? So that's wrong. Yeah. Very, very neat to see everybody this morning. All right. I'm on coffee cup number 2. I want to talk to you guys a little bit. We're going to touch on embroidery just a little bit this morning, not a whole lot. I made my block yesterday from the wonky houses. How cute is this? Oh my goodness, y'all. This is from Fabric Confetti. I have a link to it below. But, and some of you have been purchasing this. I've seen in your comments and video comments on the live stream and in the chat that you guys are getting this as well. I want to give you a little, not a word of warning, but I want to give you a little tip about this. So this pattern assumes, because it comes with SVG files that actually fit the shape, it assumes that you're pre-cutting your pieces. And it stitches in a way that I have never done before. So if you're used to what I would call, the big dogs in the embroidery industry, where they give you so for these blue pieces that are the house, it would give you the placement line for all the blue pieces first. And then you would either iron your pieces, pre-cut pieces on, or you would put a piece of blue fabric over it. And then the next stitch would be the tack down for the blue. Okay. And if you're pre-cutting, then you would trim around that. That's how they do it in OESD. Anita Good Design, designs by Juju, just about Sweet Pea, just about every one of the big dogs in the industry. Well, this is a small company. This is owned by a lady, Vanessa. And I met her in Tempe. I have to say Tempe. It's weird for me. And when I was teaching at Mulqueen Sewing. And so I want to show you the very first stitch is a crosshair. Well, I just deleted that. Skip over that. You don't need to stitch that. But because I centered my fabric in the hoop, all right, you don't need to, that you can use that as a placement line to put your background fabric on if you want. But Then the whole rest of it, everything except the windows and the door was the next stitch. So it's assumed you've pre-cut your house pieces and your roofs and your porch. And so you would go to the ironing board after that and iron those pieces in. And then the next stitch is the windows and the door. And then you would iron those pieces on. And in the case of my multi-needle, I just hit go from there on, and it just took off and stitched the entire rest of the thing. It was very efficient to do it that way, but that's not how they do it in the big ones. So I just wanted to let you guys know about that, be prepared for that. And I will show you, I pulled it up. I'm going to share my screen with you guys. I'm using Embroidery Essentials. I love to take a look at the design ahead of time to make sure. Let's see, I'm going to go present and share screen. Just quick to see this because several of you got this. All right, I want to show you. So here is the haunted house right here, okay? And I'm going to click on this plus sign in the objects panel. So here is your background placement line. I'm going to hit delete on my keyboard to get rid of that. And then this is the next stitch for all of the applique except for the windows. But I'm going to highlight this and this. Let me do the rest of these. And I'm just going to hit delete. I want to show you guys what this is going to look like. It's so cool the way it's done. But so this right here, that's what your placement line looks like. So here, this is blue, this is orange, orange, blue, blue, and gray or brown for the porch. And then here are all, oh, I probably deleted one I shouldn't have. Anyway, you get the idea. So what she does is she just gives you this whole thing at first. Let me center this back in the hoop. So if you do not pre-cut your pieces, it can be done, all right? But you don't have to use the scan and cut like I do. You can certainly do that with a Cricut or a silhouette or something like that. So just kind of be prepared for that, okay? Just letting you guys know. But again, once that applique is on, if you're on a multi-needle, you're off and running. So, and it is eight threads total, 8 spools. And then, yeah, lots of people. Julianne, I want to show you guys. This is like looking at a roadmap. Remember yesterday we were talking about reading a pattern, a quilt pattern, and you definitely want to do that. You want to look at it ahead of time and then make sure that, you know what, my little thing to make, there it is. Okay. And you want to see where you're going. Right. And so I love to open a design and inspect it and check it out first. So anyway, yeah, thank you. Yeah, the block is super cute. And I just really enjoyed stitching it out, especially when the applique was finished. And I just hit keep going, Spanky. He did run out of bobbin thread one time, but it wasn't a full bobbin when I started. So. Oh, Amy, this is your first time watching a live. Well, good morning, and thank you for joining us. I appreciate that. So yesterday, if you weren't here yesterday, I let you guys know that I did finish the final pieced block of Autumn Wonderland. This is a colorway different change for Woodland Wonderland. I've got a few spacer blocks to add in, fill-in blocks. They're flying geese and whatnot. And that is from this pattern right here, Woodland Wonderland by Joanna Figueroa for Fig Tree and Company. And so now it's time to start putting them all together. And there are a few extra little blocks. I got to tell you guys, my husband just walked through my sewing studio and he closed the doors. Yesterday, he walked in, said hello. And when he left, he didn't close the door. Oh, Katie Naylor has an excellent question. I got to show you guys this. I'm glad I want to talk about this. She said, how dense is the tree? She's talking about the tree on my block. This is going to be an adorable little wall hanging, you guys. I'll show you what it looks like here in a minute. Okay. So see that? That's a good satin stitch right there. Look how there's no puckers in this at all. There's a lot of heavy satin stitching in the ghost, the pumpkin, the bat, and the tree. Okay. There's no puckers because I backed the fabric with Pellon's SF101. It provides a stable, it provides a stability to the back of the quilting cotton to keep you from getting those puckers. So that's important. And I just cut away the stabilizer around it when I was finished. This is no-show mesh. This is the Bro Thread no-show mesh. I have it in my Amazon store. Okay, I love this stuff. It's dirt cheap and it works great and it doesn't shrink and it doesn't pucker and I don't have any trouble with it at all. So I just, yeah. All right. Well, thank you, Amy. I appreciate you watching my videos. All right, you guys. I just went out to Villa Rosa Designs. She's got a new What's New Wednesday out there. Oh my gosh, that stuff is so cute. I need to bring it up. I'm telling you guys now because if you wait, it's going to be gone. It is called, I think it's called Clean as Snow. Let me type it in here. And I want to show y'all, you quilters, love this panel. Yes, here we go. I want to bring up this whole line. White as Snow is what it is called. It is by J. Recker Frisch. I want the whole line. Hold on a moment here. Well, let me see if I can bring it up. It's a bunch of snowmen doing laundry and it's so cute. And I got mine this morning because I have to be quick. Otherwise you guys, let me see. And I signed up for What's New Wednesday for Pat from Villa Rosa Designs. That's the company that sells those little card. There it is. I'm looking from her email, from Pat Fryer's email. They sell those little 4x6 cards. Oh my gosh, this is cute. So stinking cute, you guys. All right, so let me get back here. I'm going to share my screen one more time with you guys so you can see it. And this is a line, J. Recker Frisch. Love her. No, not that one. I need to go window. There it is. Here we go. Okay, so we're sharing. But look at this panel right here, you guys. Oh my goodness. This is so stinking adorable. Okay. Look, White as Snow, pure and healthy scouring soap. And they're doing laundry in the wind. Is that adorable? But this whole line, you guys, and it's a huge line of fabric. So you can get fat quarters in the blue colorway. There's a gray colorway and a white colorway. And then you can get half yards. But there's also smaller panels for this. And then just so many pieces in this line. And there's another page of it as well. So look at this. I'm gonna use this piece right here. I'm gonna make placemats because we don't have snow here in Texas. Once in a great blue moon, we'll get a flake down in South Texas. But I think this is just precious. I love it. And she weaves biblical messages and phrases into her fabric lines. And I just love it. And then I've got these tossed coats, Coattails White it's called. I got that for the back of that panel. And then I picked up some green stripe for a border. And I've got this red, Christmas Labels red is going to go around this. I'm going to hang this in my laundry room just for like seasonal, just to keep it fun. I thought it was cute. And then I'll also make the placemats with it as well. So I wanted to share that with you guys. I thought it was so cute. You guys have got to jump over there because it'll be gone in just as quick as you can think of. But yeah. Jude, you don't have a Scan-A-Cut? Why not, my friend? You've been watching me long enough. You need to get one. Yeah. Good morning. All right, you guys. So this is what that haunted house block looks like. That's the pattern right there for wonky houses. Okay. And it makes this adorable wall hanging right here. Okay. And I made the large block, and this finishes at 10.5 square. Okay. That's the large. That's how big that is. And then I've got plenty of orange. Maybe today I'll make the orange blocks for haunted. Enter if you dare. And then I've linked below to Mole Queen Sewing, where you can get this super cute little hat with a spider. Okay. Yeah. Anyway. So I spent some time doing that yesterday. I also spent some time finishing Molly's quilt top. This is a jelly roll race. I got this done. I've got to get it. I have the blue minky is on the long arm right there. You guys can see that. Okay. The blue minky's on the long arm. And I use the Sew Tights magnums up here to hold my fabric on my long arm. I use those. You guys, that's an investment. Love those things. Absolutely love them. I've got a coupon code below for 15% off any kind of Sew Tights stuff, if you are so inclined. Just so you know, if you ever think about buying anything from Sew Tights, that's the magnet girls, definitely jump back over to any of my videos. And I've not any of them within the last 6 months, probably. And I have got a link below to Sew Tights with a 15% off coupon. Okay. What did I put in the back of the haunted house? This is just a gray, like a blender. It's just a gray blender. I thought it was a fabulous sky. Don't you guys just love that? I love that. Shirley says her Scan-A-Cut is old and it only cuts when it wants, and it cuts the mat a lot of times. Is if you have the old CM model, have you tried cleaning the blade? And then if it cuts the mat, slap some duct tape on the back of it. It'll be good as new. Don't even worry about that. So I got the minky on the back on the long arm, which means I got praises off the long arm. Thank goodness I got praises off the long arm. This is Corey Yoder's praises number 177. And this is Songbook, A New Page. So that is off the long arm. I was so glad to have it done. This has been on arm forever because I was dawdling. But I just love this. Okay, look at that. And then I love the backing. It is just beautiful. Love this fabric. And I put the binding on while it was on the long arm. I have a ruler in my store site in order to be able to do that. That thing is a game changer, you guys. I love it. I've got to do a video on how to use it. Yeah. Yeah, if you guys are kind of new to embroidery, you definitely want to start with a mug rug, y'all. Thank you, Terry, on my jelly roll race. That is for my friend Molly. She's undergoing chemotherapy and she needs something to keep her warm. So the last time I made one of these cancer quilts, that's what I call my jelly roll races because they're quick and I can get them out. Last time I made one of these, I put flannel in between some cuddle bubble. So it was heavy. It had a nice heft to it. Well, I tried to just put the quilt panel on top of the minky and do that. It felt more flimsy. And so I was talking with my quilty buddy, Lisa, last night, and she said, she likes to use poly batting with puffy because it makes it real cuddly. And I don't have any of that. So I went ahead and ordered a twin size of, the only poly I have is for a crib. So I went ahead and ordered a twin size. So oh yeah, if you guys are just starting with embroidery, try this. Kimberbell has free mug rugs on their site. They're very cute. And Kimberbell has the best instructions in the industry. So also check out any of my videos that say beginner embroidery friendly, and I will take you through it baby step by baby step. If you guys have a sewing embroidery combo and that arm, that embroidery arm, you haven't put it on because you're afraid of it, take it out of the box, you guys. The only difference is, well, you need different thread, and stabilizer, but the machine is moving the fabric instead of you. So that's kind of the weird thing, but yes. So I went to the San Antonio Quilt Guild quilt show 2 weekends ago. There was a mother-daughter team there, and they have this company. They're local to San Antonio. I got to show you guys. Hold on. Let me get one. Okay. This is called Afternoon Quilts. Y'all, I'm wearing my May the 4th be with you. It's National Space Week. Okay. And I'm a nerd, so I thought it was funny. Candace, you're leaving? Oh, Candace has got to go to work. Have a great day, Candace. We will be here when you get back and you can pop on the replay. Okay. All right, you guys. So this company is called Afternoon Quilts. All right. Why is it called Afternoon Quilts? Because you literally can finish a quilt in an afternoon. If you're an embroiderer and not a quilter and you want to knock out some quilts for Christmas, nerds unite, Terry. Amen, sister. Heather upgraded from a SE 700 to a Stellaire XJ1. Woo, girl. Hey, if you can swing that upgrade to make your XJ1 and XJ2, it's only $700, and it's got a ginormous, like 9.5 by 14 magnetic hoop. That hoop is phenomenal. You will love it. Okay. So with Afternoon Quilts, I got one for my son, his wife, and the 3 kids. Here's what you get. All of them have a minky backing of some sort. Whether it's cuddle or minky, I don't know. It's whatever. So this is the kit. The whole 9 yards comes in here. You get all the fabric, including the binding. So everything comes in here. And it's all labeled. Look at that. Whoop, let me turn it right. There's everyone has a label on to tell you what it is. This is Afternoon Quilts. This is a real small mom and pop. You can Google afternoonquilts.com, I think it is, or something like that. So they come with and then you get, of course, the Cookie Monster fluffy backing for this. Look at that. So this is for the 7-year-old. And I'm doing the one with the frogs. Now, my granddaughter, I got one with cats. So here's the frogs that are going to go in here. How cool. Yeah, look at this. Oh, you guys, the kitchen's open. We've got coffee, juice, and pastries and stuff in there. I got to show you. So if you're not a quilter, let me see. Is it Afternoon Quilts? Afternoonquilts.com/shop. You might have to put www in front of it. Check that out. I've got all these pieces. Okay, so we have binding. Okay, and then we get, this goes in the middle, in the stripes in the middle, and we've got coordinating fabrics in here. So where's the, maybe I didn't, let me see. And it comes with instructions. That doesn't go in there. I'm looking, you guys. Yeah. Okay. So all it is strip piecing. See that? Strip piecing. That's all that is. Hi, Joan, JJ Ivy. She's one of my moderators in our Facebook group too. This is just strip piecing. So simple. You literally can put the top together in an afternoon, and it shows you how it goes. You get a diagram of how it all goes. Okay. And they give you instructions on that you can include with it on washing and whatnot. And one of the things they told me that I found really interesting that I did not even know, maybe I didn't know, I didn't think about, when you're quilting on any kind of minky or cuddle or anything like that, use large quilting designs. Don't get real tight, because it doesn't do well with the tight designs. Like I did really tight quilting on this Praises. See the quilting on this? Look how tight that is. See that? That's really nested together, pretty small. Okay. Don't do that when you're on the Praises quilt. Does it have, Deb wants to know, does it have panels, or are those embroidered designs? Those are panels, and they are pieced. Yeah, those are panels. That is from a songbook, page 2. It's put out by Moda. I love the line. I just love it. They don't have page 1 anymore. The original one. This is a second iteration of hymns. Let's see. Let me see. Yeah, I think I put the doxology in the center. One of my favorites, right there. I put the doxology in the center, right there. Isn't that nice? And then of course the blocks are pieced, and it's a Coriotor pattern and whatnot. So, all right, I'm gonna put that up. I'm surrounded. I love the colors too, Frida. Yeah, it's just gorgeous. So anyway, I've got afternoon quilts for the entire fam, my son and his family, to put together. Carrie just ordered the white as snow, and they are out of the main panel. Yeah, you got to be quick around this bunch, you guys. I'm telling you what. Ooh, that's why if I'm going to show y'all something, I get it first. Because I'm selfish. But what about the quilting stitch? Lori, that quilting stitch on this, I got it from Urban Elements. Urban Elements is out of New Braunfels, another small business. And Urban Elements, yeah, I'd have to look and see exactly which one it is. I'd have to go onto my account and see which one was the last one I downloaded. So, yes, Mary Jo says she loves the strips with minky. You piece them on the long arm, and then they are quilt as you go, and bam, you're done. Oh, I never thought of that. Mary Jo, you just changed my life. That is fabulous. Why didn't I think of that? Wow. So what she's talking about is, so these are already pre-cut, right? Just load the minky on the back of the long arm, face down, and it's quilt as you go. Just lay those strips out and just put them on. You can use your, sorry, my dog's out front barking. You can use your channel locks. Make sure that it's straight. That's fabulous. Can you quilt as you go with minky? Apparently so, Pamela. That's brilliant. Oh, that's a great idea, Tammy. We need to load up all our Texas girls in a couple of vans and take a road trip. Woo, look out. That would be crazy. That would be just crazy. Yes, Mary Jo. She says she's glad she changed my life. You know why? Because, and I mentioned it yesterday when I was sewing that jelly roll race. I'm a piecer. I love to piece. And the that straight line quilting in the jelly roll race, so boring. So boring. So anyway, the poly batting I ordered from Molly's Quilt will be here tomorrow. And then I will get that on there and use this is what started the whole conversation with afternoon quilts. Then I will use a large, big pattern to go ahead and get that stitched out for her. Yeah. You need to give piecing a chance, Peggy. Sure. Joan says she's in. Let's make a road trip out of it. We'll all get together. You guys are funny because y'all will travel from everywhere to come and be with like-minded souls. It was great at Mulqueen Sewing. I want to say total 4 or 5 from California came, and this was in Tempe. So we had 4 or 5 from California came, 1 from Idaho, 1 from New York. I mean, just travel. We had New Mexico, just in the house. Yeah. So, yeah, if you guys can chat amongst yourselves about how to work minky. I did sew a cancer quilt for a friend of mine. She's healthy now, praise Jesus. And I put the pink ribbon on the front as an applique and everything. I cut it out with my Scan and Cut. I did it on the 24-inch mat. It was huge. Turned out great. Anyway, Marsha wants me to come to North Carolina. It's better to stay in the middle so everybody can come this way. But so with that, I put flannel, and it was Cuddle Bubble on the back of that one. And I put very thin flannel in between those 2 layers of the quilt top and the Cuddle. And it was really super nice. The heft of it was really nice. And I ended up doing a large. I didn't know any better. That was by accident. But I did a big, large pantograph across it. This was way back when I had my quilt butler. Thank you, Carrie. She says I got a cool shirt. I do. May the 4th be with you. Because nerds, right? I like to wear this on Star Wars Day, but back when I was doing videos kind of sporadically, I didn't know if I was going to be on Star Wars Day or not. So now I just wear it when I wear it. Yeah. Jennifer says Kansas is in the middle. That's true. Yeah. My husband's best friend is up there in Kansas too. All right. Yeah. All right. Here. Katie's got to pop in. Ooh, y'all. Katie just got a Brother Print Moda printer. She can make her own fabric. Yay. That's awesome. Okay. So yeah, Juju has, and if you're a quilter and you are new to machine embroidery, that is Designs by Juju. She has this Christmas tree skirt. Now, if you want to make Juju's Christmas tree skirt, the new one, and you're like, what am I doing? Her original Christmas tree skirt that she's got out, the very original one, I made a video on how to make that, and that is on my channel. But on that original Christmas, I don't think the video is attached on the new page with the gingerbread men, but that Christmas tree skirt, scroll down the page on the original one, and my video is at the bottom of the page, but it's also freelancing around on my channel somewhere. So you can just search on my channel, Christmas tree skirt. And I also have a playlist for Designs by Juju Designs. And I made that video. It's 2 videos. Part 1 is getting it stitched out. Part 2 is sewing it all together. So you got to have some sewing skills with these Juju designs. Amy wants me to come to Branson. I got stuck in Branson one time. My airplane broke down. Oh, and your bar at the airport closes at 6. That was annoying. Here's my Frito. Good morning, baby. Come here. Raise the bag in your way. Come here. Here's my Frito. There's my baby girl. She's our rescue. Yes, good morning, sweetheart. You're a sweet girl. Did you sleep good? Oh, sweet baby. Y'all, she spends all day with me in here in my sewing room. Oh, Deb wants to know, can the tree skirt be made into a table center? So there is an embroiderer extraordinaire. Her name is Linda Sunny Fox. She's retired U.S. Navy. She's got it out there somewhere. I need to find it. Maybe I can put it on my blog, but she has converted that design with measurements to make it into like a, what's that thing y'all call? I don't have a fireplace. It goes across the fireplace. Yeah. Y'all are so funny. Yeah. Oh, I gotta tell you guys something too.
I didn't get that.
Hush, I'm not talking to you. Oh, look at my new, this is so cute. Can you see my little gnome with pumpkins? How cute is that? Mantle. Thank y'all. It's a mantle skirt, right? Oh, I didn't finish the story about my hubby closing the door, Pamela says. Yeah, y'all, I kind of So he read through the chat and the comments below the video about how men don't close drawers, cabinets. Yeah. So yesterday when he came in and when he walked back out, he didn't close the door. Well, then he started to give the dogs their treats and whatnot. And you could totally hear him barking and all excited and everything. And I had to get up and go close the door in the middle of the video. So he read all y'all's comments. All right. Bye, Janet. Have a great day. And so I was thinking a lot about that because anyway, I was thinking a lot about that. And, you know, there's two things that men do close, right? Refrigerators and car doors. So they do close those. But yes, Jude, squirrel. But I got to tell you, so as things have advanced over time, right? The majority of the engineering that goes into our lives is done by men. Okay, so what have they done? Do refrigerator doors, for the most part, they either close themselves, right? Or they have an alarm to tell you that you've left the door open. So they've done that. And for cars, you can't drive with the door open, and they have an alarm to tell you if there's a door open. So they have engineered in these safety things to tell you, hey, dummy, close the door, right? What have they done for us? Well, they've designed an Instant Pot and a cordless vacuum to make my life easier. What's up with that? I was laughing about that this morning. Oh my goodness. Heather, there are a ton. You are not late, my friend. There are a ton of quilt blocks behind me. I don't know which one you're talking about. So, oh, wow. Amy says that Missouri is having a statewide shop hump this month. You don't mind the background noises. Julianne, all the fur babies. Or turn off the lights. Yeah, they don't turn off the lights either. Oh, my goodness. Deb says she started a notebook when in the Stitchuation room. Yeah, you guys never know. When we're in here chit-chatting, nuggets, gold nuggets, they're placed everywhere. And you never know when you're going to... Melissa, you're hilarious. Oh my gosh. Y'all, I get tickled listening to you guys. Y'all are so funny. They still can't design a kitchen. You know what? This house we're in, it's not very big. It's it's probably 2,200 square feet now, and that's with the enclosed in garage, right? It's not very big, but I tell you, this kitchen that I'm in right now is the best designed kitchen I've ever been in, ever in my life. And I know, and I know that if I ever did move, I would have to custom design a kitchen. It's in that triangle shape where it's sink, stove, and everything is just right here. I mean, it's so easy. You don't walk yourself to death. You know, I know these big kitchens look very cool, but you're going to get in your steps putting away the dishes for sure. This is funny. Okay. I have to, I want to show this. Betsy's husband keeps turning the lights. I tell him we're moles. I know. I tell mine, you know, what do you live in a cave? They like the lights down so that they can see bright on the big screen. That's what it is. And I like bright light, blinds open, windows open. We do that all. Yeah. You guys are so funny. Anyway, oh, I didn't get any stitching done yet. I don't care. So let me show you. Let's talk about some quilt blocks, okay? This is what we do in a quilt retreat, you guys. We just visit. We might stitch, we might not. That's a great thing about this. Okay, so yesterday I was working on getting these center blocks done. So the red block is going to go into the blue. I've got my blue borders all set up here. So this is going to go, let me see. Something like this. Anyway, so I got to put all that together. Yeah. Oh, your dog sat on your robot and ruined the motor? Bad dog. Oh my goodness. Tammy wants to know if my husband is a pilot. They're so methodical. No, but he was a loadmaster. Very same. Very same. They think the same. They're both air crew, right? Not a pilot, but a loadmaster. Keith has over 4,000 hours on C-130s for the Air Force. That's a lot of flying time, you guys. Years in the air. Yeah, years. Okay, so I need my glasses. I got my glasses. I brought them with me today. So I'm going to be piecing these together. Yep. Okay. Now, executive decision, as Candace called it yesterday. Here we go. This thing, that didn't iron out right. So here's a little tip too, you guys. Look at, okay, so this point, if you iron it flat like this, look how nice and pretty that point is where it meets right there. Look at that. But if you iron it up the other way, it gets rounded and it loses a little bit of that. So kind of think about that when you're pressing. And if it means, because sometimes it just can't be helped, if it means that a seam has to, if it means the seam has to change directions halfway through, so be it. Do that. But change the seam direction over a dark if you can. Because once it's on the quilt, batting behind it and all that, you'll never notice it. It will totally go into it and disappear. That's kind of a little cheat. I'm not a fan of pressing my seams open, because even if I press this tip open, that's just me, you guys. I know some of you are like religious about that, and that's fine. You do you, that's okay. But if I press this open, I lose, it's gonna got a rounded or a flat little tip. But if I press it flat open, the tip on the V is sharp. Am I getting that right? See how sharp that is? That's just me. So you're not late. The donut shop was busy. Okay. You just set them in the hall by the coffee. Thank you. Very nice. All right. Terry was in the Air Force in the early 80s at Brooks. I was supposed to be stationed at Brooks in the early 80s. I was at Randolph. They put me over there. All right. I did Wilford Hall from 83 to 86, and then I did Randolph from 86 to 90. Melody, let me tell you something, sister. Here we go. She didn't know that was legal. I have a real problem with quilt laws. I have a real problem with quilt laws. Who made those laws? You know, when we have laws, aren't we supposed to all vote on them? Right? So y'all do what works for you, okay? And make it so that it looks good. And you're not supposed to think, oh, I folded the seam on the back a different direction halfway through and I made a mistake. You did not. You did not make a mistake. You did what worked for you to make it look right. Okay. I do have a real problem with laws, and it bothers me when people say, oh, that rule doesn't apply to quilting, like turn of cloth. It most certainly does apply because it's all textiles, and textiles all kind of behave the same way based on how they are manufactured. So, yeah, you guys just do what you need to do. Now, I do have a problem with this block. Why didn't you guys point that out to me? Now, here's something I don't care for. Look how far away that point is from that seam. Look at that. See how far away that point is? That's unsatisfactory. I'm not going to stand for that. I don't know what's going on in my head. Oh, I know why. Because the seam was going the wrong way and I couldn't see the point from the back. That's why. I'm going to have to fix that. Sherry says the quilt police would lock her up on every time. Y'all, those quilt police are something else, aren't they? When I first started my quilting journey, I would go into quilt stores. Y'all know what I'm fixing to talk about. I tell you, it was just kind of the beginning of the internet and whatnot. I see. Yeah, look, I didn't have it even. See how much red is up here on the top? I didn't have that even. And you would go into quilt stores, and if you weren't one of the in crowd, they ignored you. There's one in New Braunfels that's really bad about that. I don't know how they still keep their doors open. You locals know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to say their name. But there's several shops in New Braunfels, so I don't mind doing that. But, you know, it's just those stores, they were going to go out of business. And this was pre-pandemic. And I don't know if it was quilt police. I don't know what it was. A lot of them were guilds are very much like that as well. Yeah, I see it. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do on this, you guys. I opened up this seam. I'm just going to fold this over and even it out. And I'm going to make that seam fold the other direction, halfway through the seam. And I don't care. Yeah. Yeah, you guys, there are. Julianne says in their phrase that thousands of people in New York City will never know. Yes, it does go on. Yep. No, it is sad the way that is. And to the detriment of those stores, right? If you want to sell me something, you better be nice, because my money wants to buy fabric. But if I feel ignored in a quilt store, I will, and this was going on before the internet was selling heavy online. But those stores that did that, quilters, they were watching Jenny Doan, and she was so fun and so nice. And I was like, well, I'll just buy from Missouri Star. If she's going to be nice and sweet to me, I will buy from her rather than traipse myself into a quilt store, right? Once you find a quilt store that you feel comfortable with, if you've got one nearby you, that's awesome. But if you don't, and you're making a long trip to a quilt store and you get in there and they ignore you, or they look down their nose at you, you guys have all had it happen. I know you have. That infuriates me. So that's fine. I'll just send my money to Missouri Star over and over and over. All right, here we go. I got to fix this, you guys. One stitch over that. And that was one of the reasons I wanted to start this virtual quilt retreat, was because we all have felt that. Ooh, that seam is a hot mess. But it looks good. Look at that. That's better. That's what I'm talking about. Yep. Yeah, you guys, you are loved here. Oh, Bernadette, where are you? No, that's a wrong person. Let me see. Oh, Deb, there you are. You were a chaplain's wife. Yeah, great life, great life. Let me turn on I'm just now turning on my iron. We've been here. Yeah. Okay, so this is a hot mess, and I want to show you guys the back. Okay, here's the back. So the seam is folded correctly right here. And if I press the whole thing to the other side, the point out here on the red on the side of it is going to get kind of tipped. So I'm going to one way, one the other way in the dark part of the fabric. I'm going to leave it. And it's going to be fine. And it'll be beautiful. Kathy wants to know what the finished quilt will look like. Oh my goodness, Becky, really? She says her friend told her, this is the thing. This will get you. If you're a quilt shop owner, this will get you. Yeah. Super helpful, right? Until they get your money and then they won't talk to you. Y'all, isn't that something? Y'all, that's not all quilt shops. Most quilt shops are really, really nice and wonderful. I have had most quilt shops are very nice. And a lot of them learned to be very nice because, isn't that, I'm reading y'all's comments. Dee walked in to a store, got the cold shoulder until she wanted a quilt machine and embroidery. Right. Yeah. Teresa, you're not that late. Yeah. It is, we have a community and we are of we're like-minded souls, and we're far and few between. We're a unique niche. And that's one of the things that I just loved about Missouri Star back in the day when they started, that they were so, when you listened to Jenny Doan, you were like, I could be friends with her. She's so nice, right? And so I just started buying from them. That's where I got, and I became a fabric snob buying from them because they were selling quality, Moda, Riley Blake, Studio E, all those they're selling good quality fabrics. And yes. Oh, Diane lives close to a store in Australia that has great service and they're very friendly. And that's nice. Yeah. For the most part, stores are friendly. But if you get the cold shoulder in a store, you guys, see, they've learned they just can't, they've got to change their ways because we can go get what we want. You can walk around a quilt store for half an hour and nobody talk to you, but you can see kits that you like or things that you want to get, whatever. You can walk out of that quilt store and get in the car on your phone and order the exact same thing from somewhere else and have it there in a day or two, and you're good, right? Yeah. Oh, Barbara says she has so many of their daily deals. That's how I built my stash when I first started quilting. That's exactly how I built my stash, was the daily deals, because that was my homepage. And I'd pop it open early in the morning, see what their daily deal was before I went to work. And then it would be there within a couple of days. I'd buy coordinating fabric. I was the one they sent out a survey way back in the day and they said, what can we do to make our site better? And I said, include a pattern so I know what to do with what you're selling me. And they emailed me back and said, that's great. Thank you. We're going to. And they did. I also did another one where I told them Alpha coordinating fabrics because I can't tell what goes with what online. Oh, yep. That's great. Yes. B&B Quilt Shop is in Buda. So you guys that are not familiar with Texas, That's called, it's not Buddha, it's Buddha. It's Buddha if you're not from around here. And then Fat Quarter Shop does not have a storefront. They are just a warehouse. That is right. And, but they're all awesome. They're very nice people. I've met them all before I had my channel and they were nice to me. So, yep. Yep. You guys, these quilt shops, they need to learn. I know. We could go on about this for a while, couldn't we? Absolutely. So it's just important that you feel welcome and happy because you're spending your good money, you know, and you can get stuff online if your quilt shop hasn't learned the lesson yet. And what's really funny is sometimes it's that the people who are on that day and other people are different, you know, on a different day. So give it more than one chance, please, because you never know that somebody is not on their game that day. So, oh, you live an hour from Missouri Star, just as friendly. Oh, that's really nice to hear, Ida. Thank you. You know, I tell you what, if I live near Missouri Star, if I live near Hamilton, Missouri, oh my word. That's on my bucket list. I've not been there. I definitely want to do that. Is my coffee still hot? Yeah. See, I have it in a little Dutch Brothers hydro flask. I just ordered another hydro flask, a great big one, to when I get off with you guys every morning, then I tell my thing here to set an alarm every hour to remind me to drink my water. And it goes off. And yesterday I was like, again, already? Because the hours just flew by when I was finishing up long arming this and getting the binding on it. And then finishing up the quilt top for Molly. Those of you that have just come in, oh, I got this jelly roll race finished yesterday and I'm waiting on some poly batting to arrive tomorrow. I've got the minky on the long arm already. It's waiting. So I know, Becky, I know I have to go. It's amazing, but get a second mortgage to go to Missouri Star. Yeah, we were on our way back from Idaho in 2021, and we stopped in Manhattan, Kansas, where my husband is from. And he was like, do you want to go over to Hamilton? And you guys, we'd been on the road probably almost 3 weeks by then. And I was like, no, I want to go home. I was ready to come home that day. So I do need to sign up for one of their retreats and just go to that. I'd love to. All right. So I didn't get much sewing done today, but you know what we could do? We could see about getting the Stitchuation room girls up there. Maybe I can talk to them and see if we can put a retreat together. Maybe sometime in the fall of 2024, we might can do that. So that would be cool to meet up with my Stitchuation room girls there. Also, John Dalfit, the owner of All Brands in Louisiana, is looking at getting together in 2024. So LaBerge just built a new. So LaBerge was really tore up by one of the hurricanes last year. And LaBerge is a hotel and casino. And they have built an RV park right next to the hotel. So he's looking at doing a retreat event, a type event there, and getting RVers to come to stay at the RV park, or you can stay in the hotel. And then he's going to rent out one of the rooms at the hotel for machines and all of that kind of thing. So yes, road trip. Awesome. It would be great. It's going to be kind of like the same thing I did at Mulqueen in Tempe. I have to put the emphasis on the right syllable, right? But that way, while we're doing our thing, our significant others can be, they've got the casino for entertainment, or they've got water nearby. They can get in a boat, go maybe do a little guided fishing trip. That would be fun. That would be amazing to do that. So when now that RV park we checked it out. This is in Baton Rouge. Yes, this is in Baton Rouge. So we checked it out. Keith went over there when we were there doing Bayou University. And there's not a room large enough in the clubhouse area for the RV park to put all of us and our machines and all that. So I think that's why John would have to rent out one of the rooms in the hotel for us. And I think they're going to have a shuttle. Yeah, that'd be fun. That would be fun. Awesome. All right, you guys. Our hour is complete. Thank you all so much for joining me. I see we had over 400 today. So God bless you all. I've loved having you here, and we will be here tomorrow, 7 a.m. Central. And you guys go sew something. Have a great day. And I'll see you in the morning. All right. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.